A brutal punch echoed across the arena, sending the fighter crashing to the mat. The crowd gasped as the referee dove in, checking if the man could move. The winner was already parading, arms raised, grin stretched wide, shouting insults at his fallen opponent, loud, cocky, unapologetic. Some fans roared with excitement, others exchanged uneasy glances. Front row, Tom Cruise sat quietly, expression unreadable, sharp eyes locked on the fighter. The arrogant fighter spotted him. Grabbing the mic, still breathing heavy, he pointed at Tom. "You think you're tough in your movies? Step in here, let's see if you're real." A hush rippled through the crowd, then chants, some fans cheering wildly for Tom, others waiting. Tom remained seated for a moment, then stood, calm, gaze fixed, shoulders relaxed, owning the moment. No words. He took one slow step toward the ring. The arena went dead silent. Everyone knew everything was about to change. Like and subscribe to catch Tom Cruise's epic face-off with the MMA fighter, and comment where you're watching from today. The stadium pulsed with raw energy, every seat filled, voices blending into a deafening roar. Floodlights beamed onto the polished cage, cameras flashing like lightning as fans shouted from every corner. Some waved banners, others leaned forward, eyes locked on the fighters. The night's energy felt electric, charged with the promise of something big. In the chaos, Tom Cruise sat composed, ringside in the VIP section, dressed in a sharp dark jacket, open-collared shirt, and black jeans. No entourage, no attention-seeking, but eyes naturally shifted toward him. He sat effortlessly cool, one hand resting loosely on his knee, the other by his side. No grin, no cheers, just focus. His eyes never left the cage. Inside, all eyes centered on the undefeated young fighter, a rising star not just for his skills but for how he won, arrogant, flashy, ruthless. He thrived on spectacle, dominating opponents and crowds alike. Every move was calculated for reaction. He bounced on his heels, glancing at cameras, soaking in attention. Fans either loved or hated him, but no one ignored him. Across the cage stood his opponent, a seasoned veteran with years of fights under his belt. Respected, not flashy, the kind who let skills speak quietly. But none of that mattered tonight. From the bell, the young fighter attacked, fast, aggressive, relentless. His strikes came hard, giving no space to breathe. The veteran fought back, but the younger man controlled the pace, like he had something to prove. It ended brutally. A quick combination, a clean hit to the jaw, and the veteran hit the mat hard. The impact echoed. The referee signaled the fight was over. Medics rushed in, checking if the fallen fighter could move. The crowd erupted, some screamed wildly, thrilled, others shifted, uneasy with the ruthlessness. The winner didn't care. He strutted, arms raised, flexing for cameras, grin wide, mocking his opponent openly, no humility, no restraint. Commentators barely reacted before he grabbed the mic amidst the noise. One man stayed still, Tom Cruise. Shoulders relaxed, gaze sharp, expression unreadable, he watched every move, every taunt. He didn't clap, didn't react, just observed. The fighter noticed. Between the lights, chants, and cameras, his eyes flicked to Tom. The grin stretched wider. Still holding the mic, he paced the cage like a showman. "Hey, Cruise," his voice rang out. "Sitting there all quiet, think you're tough in those movies? Step in here, show us if it's real." Gasps spread like wildfire. The stadium shifted, some fans laughed, others whispered. Then the chant started, "Cruise! Cruise!" It rippled, some chanting excitedly, others holding their breath. Tom didn't flinch. He sat motionless, eyes locked on the fighter. No smile, no reaction, just unreadable calm. The fighter bounced, smirk growing. Then Tom moved. Slow, Controlled, he stood, adjusting his jacket with ease. The stadium froze. Chants quieted, phones lifted, cameras swung toward him. He took one step forward, shoulders loose, presence unmistakable. No words, but everyone knew the real fight was coming. The bell rang, slicing through the roar. The young fighter exploded forward, fast, aggressive, fists crisp, calculated. The veteran countered, disciplined, keeping his guard high, circling carefully. He'd seen brash fighters before, but tonight felt different. The young fighter didn't just want to win, he wanted to humiliate. The crowd roared as he pressed, weaving, snapping jabs, forcing the veteran back. Midway, he smiled between strikes. "Done already, old man," he sneered. The veteran fired a counter, nearly catching him, but the fighter ducked, smirk widening. Too slow. The crowd felt the tension tighten. Some shouted encouragement, others laughed nervously, unsure whether to admire or dislike the arrogance. The veteran tried to settle the pace, blocking, dodging, waiting. But the younger man gave no chance, faking left, kicking the ribs, rushing in with hooks and a jab to the nose. He leaned close, taunting, "This ain't a movie. My world." A brutal right hook sliced the veteran's jaw, sending him stumbling. Another punch, and his legs buckled. The referee stepped in, but the fighter turned away, arms raised. Medics rushed to the veteran, lying still, blinking under bright lights. The crowd paused, some clapped wildly, others silent, uncomfortable. The victor strutted, flexing for cameras, leaping onto the cage, pumping fists, grinning. "Who's next?" he shouted. Some cheered, thrilled, others murmured, uneasy with the ruthlessness. At ringside, heads turned to Tom, unmoved, eyes locked on the fighter. The young fighter noticed, adrenaline high, catching Tom's calm. It fueled him. He jumped down, grabbing the mic, pacing. "You see that?" he shouted, riding the crowd's energy. "That's real fighters." Cheers built, but he wasn't done. Pointing at Tom, he smirked. "Hey, Cruz, quiet all night, think you're tough. In here," he pointed to the mat, "this is real." Fans laughed, others glanced, unsure. Chants of "Cruz" rippled. The fighter paced, feeding the moment. "Step in, let's see if you've got more than a stunt double." Gasps rolled through. Some hooped, others stared, shocked. Tom sat, posture loose, eyes fixed, no grin, no anger, just calm. The fighter taunted louder, "One round, Cruz." Cameras turned, murmurs spread, everyone waiting. Tom let him talk, focus shifting to his quiet presence. The arena buzzed, but ringside felt still. Tom hadn't moved after the taunts. Then, without a word, he stood, slow, precise. He slid off his jacket, passing it to a crew member, eyes never leaving the cage. Cameras caught it, flashes lit up, murmurs spreading. Inside, the fighter grinned, grabbing the mic. "Cruz is coming to play," he shouted, arms out. "Thought you'd hide behind sunglasses." The crowd laughed uneasily. Tom walked forward, unhurried, like he owned the room. Every step sucked the air out. Chants swelled, "Cruz! Cruz!" The fighter smirked, tossing the mic, bouncing lightly, confidence radiating. Security stepped back, the gate opened. Tom climbed in, no flash, moving with ease. He adjusted his stance, loose but grounded, gaze locked on the fighter. The fighter circled, grin wide. "What's the plan, Cruz? Movie punches? Spinning kick for cameras?" Tom said nothing, stepping closer. The arena quieted, breathless silence before something big. Up close, the fighter's smirk flickered as Tom's calm held. Doubt crept into his eyes. "Cruz! Cruz!" chants roared, tension razor sharp. The fighter lunged, fists flying, left hook, right jab, sharp kick, wild, fueled by arrogance and the crowd. For a moment, cheers lit up, some chanting his name. But Tom moved with surgical calm, shoulders loose, breathing steady. Every swing, Tom slipped past, no wasted movement. The fighter pressed, grin tight, sweat glistening, taunting, "Hit me, Cruz." Tom's expression didn't change. He blocked, sidestepped, counters sharp, a jab to the ribs, a parry. The fighter swung harder, kicks higher, desperate. Tom dipped under an uppercut, landing a clean body strike, snapping the fighter's head back. The crowd's roar dulled to murmurs. They noticed, Tom wasn't matching energy, he was dissecting it. The fighter bounced back, jaw clenched, sweat dripping, grin gone. He charged, feinting, throwing a spinning kick. Tom ducked, closed the distance, caught him off balance. A sharp elbow to the shoulder forced him back. The crowd gasped, some standing, momentum shifting. The fighter blinked, frustration flashing, breathing hard, pace uneven. He expected a show, he faced something else. He charged again, roaring, swing sloppy, desperate. Tom waited, then struck, a lightning-fast right hook to the jaw. The sound echoed. The fighter froze, eyes wide, legs giving out. He crumpled hard. Silence gripped the arena, then erupted. "Cruz," chants roared, phones flashing, fans on their feet. Tom stood, expression unreadable, no fist raised, no gloating. He nodded once, turning to the gate, walking away without looking back. The fallen fighter lay dazed, blinking at the lights, medics rushing in. The crowd wasn't watching him. All eyes stayed on Tom, who let actions speak. The fighter groaned, rolling up, sluggish, no swagger. The grin was gone. He sat, rubbing his jaw, disoriented, cameras zooming in, disheveled hair, stunned face, arrogance to disbelief. Phones pointed, flashes on, every stumble streamed. He looked at the crowd, once chanting his name, now roaring, "Cruz! Cruz!" He winced, unable to drown it out. Medics guided him up, balance wavering, shoulders sagged. He glanced at Tom, exiting the cage. Tom didn't pose, didn't smile. He moved with control, every step measured, unaffected by the frenzy. Security parted, cameras trailed. He paused briefly at the VIP row, familiar faces clapping, but Tom stayed cool. He adjusted his jacket, rolled his shoulders, and headed to the tunnel, no speech, no showmanship. His actions said it all. Chants continued, fans leaning over railings, shouting his name, others uploading footage. Some stood frozen, processing. A commentator's voice broke through, "We just saw something unreal tonight." Press box journalists typed furiously, social media flooded, clips of Tom's knockout circulating. Tom Cruise floors MMA's cockiest fighter without a word. Action star delivers real KO. In the tunnel, Tom walked calmly, Cruise stepping aside, no one stopping him. Back in the arena, the fighter slumped on a stool, towel over shoulders, staring down, cameras lingering. His fans quieted, some scrolling phones, replaying the moment. No mic, no trash talk, his words swallowed by silence. Tom's presence lingered long after he left. For the fighter, it wasn't just the knockout, it was how the crowd turned, how little Tom needed to say. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned, quietly, consistently, without theatrics. The young fighter thought noise and bravado defined strength. He believed dominance came from shouting loudest, swinging hardest. But true control doesn't announce itself. Tom's calm came from discipline, precision, letting actions speak louder than insults. In front of thousands, he didn't match arrogance with words, he dismantled it with composure. That's the difference between pretending to be strong and knowing you are. When cameras fade, one truth remains, arrogance crumbles against real skill. Real fighters don't talk, they show.